Hi guys, this is Omer from MMOHut.com. We'll do another quick weekly recap of MMO news and announcements for the week ending September 16th, 2012. Anyway, as you can see from the video playing in the background, the first piece of news we're taking a look at this week has to do with Blade and Soul from NCSoft. And the news is that on September 13th, NCSoft announced to the world that Blade and Soul will indeed be launching in both North America and Europe. NCSoft didn't mention a release date. It'll likely be quite a while before we see the game here in the States. But it is finally confirmed that the game will actually be launching over here. The game has been enormously successful in Asia, mostly in South Korea and China. And despite the fact that NCSoft didn't specifically say Blade and Soul will be free to play, I suspect that it will be. The game actually launched into open beta in Korea on June 21st, so it'll definitely be a while before we actually see the game here, but at least we know for a fact that it is actually coming. And if I had to guess, I would say the game is at least 6 months away from US release, probably actually a bit longer. Next up, on September 10th, NeoWiz Games launched the Rebirth update for War of Angels. Keep in mind though, this is for the NeoWiz version of the game on warofangels.net, not the GameAgo version. GameAgo is EU, while warofangels.net is for everybody else. The update overhauls the game's graphics, revamps many of the game's older quest lines, and adds hundreds of new weapons and items to the game as well. Also including the update is Bog Temple, a new endgame dungeon, as well as a quest helper system to guide new players through quests. Next up on September 11th, Gravity Interactive finally got around to launching Requiem on Facebook, and this has been in the works for quite a while, so it's not exactly anything new, but the game did officially launch on September 11th. The game uses the same 3D graphics found in the client-based version as the Facebook version, the same exact game as the one available on War Portal. The major benefit, of course, is the fact that you don't actually have to download the game, as you can just hop on Facebook and jump into it right away. I suspect that more and more MMORPGs will make themselves available either through the browser or through Facebook or both, as not having to download a huge client is pretty convenient. And the whole thing actually works really well. It only takes like 2 minutes to actually hop into the game. Up next, on September 11th, a bit of news from Reloaded Productions regarding Fallen Earth. Gamers First is celebrating Fallen Earth's 3rd anniversary with Update 2.5, which introduces new gore weapon plans to the game. If you haven't heard of Fallen Earth, it's the post-apocalyptic sci-fi themed MMORPG, which used to be pay-to-play but later went free-to-play, through Gamers First. This isn't exactly a huge update, but it does add powerful new weapons to the game. Moving right along, on September 12th, Ghost Recon Online announced the first content expansion for the game. The update adds the Arctic Pack to the game, which adds a new Conquest Mode map, 6 new weapon variants, 3 new headgear variants, 2 new body variants, and these items can all be purchased as a bundle in the cash shop for real-life money or in-game currency as well, so it's all available with in-game currency. Up next, also on September 12th, the second phase of the 3-part Awaken update for Elsword launched. The update adds a new dungeon, Velder's Hallucination, to the game, as well as making crafting materials for higher level weapons much more accessible. New level 60 items have also been added to the game, and AI for the monsters have also been improved. The last part of the 3-phase update is set to launch later this month. Up next, also on September 12th, Webzen launched Content of the Night, also called C9, on Steam. C9 is yet another free-to-play MMORPG to embrace the Steam platform, and as I said earlier, it probably won't be the last. On top of the Steam launch, the Ruined Empire expansion for the game launched in sync with the Steam update, which raised the game's level cap from 50 to 57, added a new continent, and more. The next and last bit of news comes on September 13th regarding Maestia. Gravity Interactive announced the Skies of Paulus update for Maestia, which is set to launch on September 19th. The game's level cap is set to be raised to 68, new large-scale battles and raid bosses will also debut in the update. An expanded skill tree for all classes, a new dungeon instance with 2 new difficulty settings are also included in the update. Anyway guys, nothing on the radar for games coming soon or recently launched, and that's it for MMO news, and that's for the week ending September 16th, 2012. Now if you want to read about or learn more about any of the news mentioned in this video, simply head over to MMOHut.com/news, and if you want to discuss any of this video, simply head over to MMOHut.com/forums. Anyway guys, this is Omer, signing off.